Alright, so for part 2 we've finished our build. The one thing we don't want to add is any seeds because we'll just grow them where we actually want to keep the build. So now for our magic pencil. The best way to magic pencil something up is to go to each corner and draw out a line. For example, if you've got a lipped roof, you want to draw a line out and just check to see where the furthest roof tile is going to be. For us, it's only going to be one out. Once you've worked that out on each edge, you can go around and place a block on every edge. You will only need one on each diagonal, but just to get an idea of what you're doing, it's a good idea to start with the 4, and I leave them in for the blueprint. You can always remove them later. So really the trick is just making sure you're on the outside, and you want to line up the diagonal block on the outside of that border you've created, and then just go around diagonally, and same on the other side. You just want it to be the block that's going to be on the outside. I'll just get rid of this guy, and then we'll be able to see that that then is the entire thing once we select it. And you can change the orientation. If you want, you can always put like a block in front of the door so that it gives you a little bit of an extra idea of where the door is. But because this is a little bit varied in the shape at the front with the notice board, we'll be able to tell which part's the front. So if you go into your menu and into your blueprints, you'll be able to see where your blueprints are, and you'll be able to create copies. So now we want to grab our golem and we want to smash it all up. I definitely recommend saving beforehand, just in case you've done something wrong or you haven't gotten your blueprint. But once you're ready, if you've done it in the 20 by 10, you should be able to smash it up in about 4 hits. The one thing that is important is just to make sure that you're collecting pretty much all of the materials after each hit, or at least after every second hit, because there is a limit of the amount of tiles that will stay on the ground. So if you were to smash all of that up and not collect any of it, you'd probably find you would lose about a quarter, or maybe even up to 30-40% of it. Now everything should smash up in one hit, except your chests and a few other things you'll need to hit a few times. But once you've got it all there, the most important part, I think, is having the right people to build for you. So slimes are definitely the best. All monsters are good, but I find slimes work really fast. 4 to 6 is enough to build this in about 15 to 20 minutes real time, which gives you time to just do a few things like build supports, maybe stairs. We're going to build this on top of the tablet target because we want to have a nice windbreaker access, like I said in the first video. So it's a good idea where you're placing your blueprint. Put a different coloured block like I've just done, so that if you have to leave the island before it's done, you can replace the blueprint and know it'll be on exactly the same dimensions. When you leave the Isle of Awakening, your blueprints will not stay there. They'll go back into your inventory. But that's okay, because as long as you have a block showing where you had stood, it won't be hard to just place it straight back down when you come back, and they'll go back to work. So that's all you need to know to magic pencil it into a new location. This is handy if you're doing it in a new settlement area, and I think it's a good idea to do it around the tablet so you can fast travel there straight away. In the next video, we're going to kind of finish the build. We do have all of our workshop stuff being done, but there's a few things that will help make it even easier, like building a small farm and a kitchen so that people are making us food, and some toilets with night soil. So in the next part, we're going to build a farm with some self-irrigation, and hopefully I'll load these both up at the same time.